Did you know that every year, breast cancer takes the lives of more than 600,000 women worldwide? The frightening part isn't just the number, it's the fact that so many women overlook an early warning sign that seems harmless until it's too late to turn back. A patient once told me, "I thought it was just a small lump, nothing serious." Sadly, that very assumption cost her life. Ask yourself this: if you noticed a slight change in your body, would you dismiss it or listen to what your body is trying to tell you? That choice could be the thin line between life and death. In this video, I, Olivia Parker, will reveal the most dangerous sign of breast cancer that many people ignore, along with other warnings you must never take lightly. Watch until the end to learn how to protect yourself and the ones you love. Breast cancer can happen to anyone, but according to medical statistics, women over 40 are at the highest risk. At this age, the body has undergone many hormonal changes, and those tiny errors in cell division are more likely to build up into something malignant. Beyond age, family history also plays a significant role. If your mother, sister, or daughter has had breast cancer, your own risk can double. For women carrying BRCA1 or BRCA2 gene mutations, the lifetime risk can climb as high as 60 to 80%, a number that truly gives us pause. Reproductive factors also weigh heavily. Starting menstruation before age 12, reaching menopause after 55, or having your first child after 35 all mean more prolonged exposure to estrogen, the hormone that nourishes life but can also feed tumors. And let's not forget lifestyle. Being overweight, not exercising enough, eating a lot of red meat, and drinking alcohol regularly, all of these add fuel to the fire. I once met a 45-year-old woman who practiced yoga faithfully and thought she was absolutely healthy. But because her mother had breast cancer, she still couldn't escape it. That's why you should never assume, "I live a healthy lifestyle, so I'm safe." Our bodies are far more complex than that. When it comes to the early signs of breast cancer, nothing is more concerning than the appearance of an unusual lump in the breast. This is the most common signal, yet it's often dismissed. Upon feeling a small lump, many women assume it's just a fibroadenoma, a fatty cyst, or regular hormonal changes. That very assumption makes them miss the golden opportunity for treatment. Picture this: a tiny crack in your wall. If ignored, that crack spreads over time until the entire wall collapses. A breast lump works the same way, starting no bigger than a pea, often painless, but as time passes, it can turn malignant, spread to the lymph nodes, and then metastasize to the lungs, liver, and bones. I remember one patient, Julia, who was 38 years old. She found a small lump while showering. She thought it was just a normal woman's issue and ignored it for nearly a year. When she saw a doctor, the tumor had already spread to several other organs. If only Julia had gone for a checkup right away, her story could have been very different. The critical thing to remember is this: not every lump is cancer, but every lump deserves to be checked. Because sometimes, just one moment of neglect could cost you your life. A lump may be the most common warning sign, but breast cancer doesn't just speak through one signal. Our body is like an alarm bell. When something goes wrong, it rings in many different ways. And if we learn to listen, our chances of survival rise dramatically. One vital sign to watch for is the presence of hard lymph nodes in the armpit. These lumps are usually painless, but when touched, they feel firm, like a small pebble beneath the skin. This could mean cancer cells have already begun moving into the lymphatic system. Next, pay attention to changes in the breast shape and skin. Redness, thickening, or a texture resembling an orange peel are not harmless changes. Many women mistake these for skin irritation or allergies, but in reality, they can be silent warnings of breast cancer. The nipple is another key place that often reveals early signs. If one day you notice the nipple turning inward, changing color, becoming scaly, or even discharging fluid mixed with blood, never ignore it. Science has shown these changes are closely linked to early-stage breast cancer. Another easily overlooked symptom is chest pain outside of your menstrual cycle. Many women assume it's just hormones or fatigue, but if the pain keeps returning and lasts unusually long, it's time to see a doctor. As the disease progresses, whole-body symptoms may appear. Unexplained weight loss, loss of appetite, constant fatigue, bone pain, shortness of breath, or persistent headaches. Too often, these are mistaken for stress or lack of sleep, but in reality, they may signal that cancer has spread. So here's my question. If your body has rung the alarm bell multiple times, will you listen or ignore it? Sometimes, just one decision to see a doctor early can completely change your destiny. What makes breast cancer so frightening is not always its speed of progression, but the fact that in the beginning, it often causes no pain. This deadly silence leads many women to underestimate it, only to discover the disease when it's already in an advanced stage. But here's the good news. If caught early, breast cancer can absolutely be managed, and patients can often live almost everyday lives. According to data from the Mayo Clinic and the U.S. National Cancer Institute, NIH, the 5-year survival rate for very early-stage breast cancer is over 90%. That means, if you detect a slight lump right when it first appears, your chance of survival is nearly the same as someone healthy. On the other hand, once the disease spreads to distant organs, that number falls below 30%. The real difference lies in when you recognize it and take action. I, Olivia Parker, have met many women who regretfully wept because they ignored a small warning sign. Some thought going for a checkup was too much trouble, while others delayed for fear of bad results. But the cruel truth is this: the longer you wait, the worse the outcome. In contrast, the women who bravely went for an early exam, even if diagnosed with cancer, often had lighter treatments and lived healthier, longer lives. Remember, your body is constantly sending signals. The question is, do you have the courage to listen to them in time? Breast cancer claims the lives of hundreds of thousands of women every year, but the truth is, many of those cases could have been prevented with early detection. Your body is never truly silent. It's always sending small signals. The question is, are you willing to listen? A tiny lump, a change in the skin, or an unusual pain. All of these could be powerful reminders that it's time to see a doctor. Remember, ignoring one warning sign could mean missing your chance to live. Please don't wait until it's too late. Show yourself love by listening to your body, going for regular checkups, and taking timely action. And if you found this video helpful, please share it so that more women can also have the chance to protect their lives.